past few months have been troubling for Maine workers, from vaccine mandates and workplace fatigue because of workforce shortages to inflation and sky-high fuel and energy price pressures at home. Maine workers have never been under such stress as they are today. Hello, I am Senator Russell Black of Franklin County, and it is my pleasure to bring you this week's Republican radio address. Last week, I learned that the Department of Health and Human Services wanted to close its call center in Franklin County. The closure, announced through a letter to the center's employees in mid-January, is expected to affect about 45 jobs in the Wilton area. The call center, which began after Barclays left Wilton and took over 200 jobs with it, fields inquiries about eligibility for DHHS programs, including MaineCare and the state's supplemental nutritional assistance and temporary assistance for needy families program. Employees are also assisted with COVID-19 contact tracing. But despite their contributions in helping Maine's residents through the pandemic, employees were told they had few options. They could either work from home or relocate to the DHHS office in Lewiston. The only problem for many of them is that the office is over an hour away and others don't have the reliable broadband or required dedicated confidential space to work from home. In essence, DHHS employees making $16.03 an hour would have to incur additional childcare expenses, extra fuel costs, and more commuting time in order to just keep their job. Otherwise, they would be left unemployed. What does that say about the state of the state taking care of its employees? To her credit, Governor Janet Mills said expanding efforts to bolster Maine's rural workforce and local economies are very important to her. In fact, she was just miles away at the University of Maine in neighboring Farmington, unveiling a new child care and early learning center the same day that the news broke about Wilton Call Center being closed. Talk about bad timing. Unfortunately for her, DHHS apparently didn't get the memo. Instead, they went out of their way to directly contradict her message, showing there was clearly a lack of communication and cohesive strategy in this administration. This week, I tried to introduce legislation that would save the call center. Resolve LR 2639 would direct DHHS to keep the call center in Wilton open and was supported by the Maine Service Employees Association and my fellow Republican colleagues. The union even asked its members to write to their legislatures to support this bill. Imagine that, state employees union siding with Republicans in an effort to keep its members on the job. But what happened? The bill was tabled by Senate President Troy Jackson, which was kind of surprising that the president didn't support state workers. He said that they were working on other avenues, but maybe it would have been better to let my bill move forward to give the employees some assurance that we were looking out for them. Instead, he and his colleagues found it better to table the bill. I think that probably it was a bad idea. And that's just part of the changing landscape that's been taking place not only here in Maine, but across the country. Republicans have been backing workers at every turn for years. We have been at the forefront of protecting workers' rights, whether it's battling burdensome work rules and employment requirements, or something as simple as keeping a dam in place or a call center open. It is clear that Governor Mills and DHHS were not on the same page. It is also clear that the Democratic leadership is losing its connection to the rural community. Unfortunately, both circumstances don't bode well for our rural workforce that needs more support from Augusta to survive and thrive. From the economic initiatives and workforce investments to supporting the rural communities across our state, we need to make sure there are more opportunities for Maine rural workforce. We also need to make sure that we don't take those opportunities away. Again, I am Senator Russell Black of Franklin County and hope you have a great weekend.